There is a unique silence that every founder knows. It is the silence after you have passionately explained your vision to a friend, and they respond with a polite, vacant smile. It is the silence in your apartment at 2 a.m. after a full day of work, when the only thing moving is the cursor on your screen. It is the silence of profound, absolute solitude. In these moments, the world is not hostile. It is simply indifferent. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to tell you you are on the right path. The only sound is the sound of your own footsteps, walking a road that only you can see. Welcome back to Founders in the Fire. Today we walk into that silence. We explore the architecture of solitude and the immense inner strength required to be the only believer in the room. This is the phase of the journey where your belief system is tested, not by a dramatic crisis, but by the slow, grinding erosion of quiet indifference. Your initial passion, the fuel from episode 1, now has to survive in a vacuum. Ben Horowitz says that as a CEO, you experience a kind of psychological asymmetry. When things are going well, everyone feels great. When things are going badly, you are the only one who feels the full weight of the pain. He writes, "There is no one to share it with. It is a lonely job." This loneliness is not a sign of failure. It is a feature of the role. You are, by definition, an outlier. You see a future that is invisible to others. This naturally separates you. The temptation is to try and bridge this gap, to desperately seek validation from the outside world. You tweak your pitch to please investors. You soften your vision to make your friends more comfortable. You start to doubt your own perception because it is not reflected back at you by anyone else. This is the path to ruin. The true work of this stage is to architect an internal validation system. It is the process of learning to trust the sound of your own footsteps more than the roar of the crowd or the silence of their indifference. Michael Jordan personified this. His internal drive was legendary. It didn't matter if he was up by 30 points or down by 1. It didn't matter if it was a practice or Game 7 of the finals. His standard of excellence was internal. He wasn't competing against his opponent. He was competing against his own potential. He once said, "My challenge is to be the best Michael Jordan I can be." He was his own benchmark. He was his own source of validation. So how do you build this? First, you must consciously curate your inputs. The world will feed you a constant stream of doubt, criticism, and distraction. You must be ruthless about protecting your mental space. This may mean spending less time with skeptical friends. It may mean unfollowing people on social media who trigger your sense of comparison. It is not about creating an echo chamber. It is about creating a space where the fragile flame of your own belief has enough oxygen to burn. Second, you must develop a practice of reconnecting with your original vision, the why. Why did you start this? What was the problem you fell in love with? What was the future you saw so clearly? You must return to that source, daily. Write it down. Speak it out loud. Meditate on it. Your why is your North Star in the lonely darkness. It is the anchor that holds you steady when the winds of doubt are blowing. Third, you learn to separate data from opinion. A customer telling you they don't like a feature is data. It's valuable. Your friend telling you your whole idea is stupid is an opinion. It is useless. You must build an emotional callus that allows you to absorb useful data without being destroyed by negative opinions. You are not your idea. An attack on your idea is not an attack on you. This detachment is a superpower. Steve Jobs was a master of this. He was famously told no by dozens of people, from record executives when he was creating iTunes, to his own board at Apple. He listened to their reasoning. He took in the data, but he never let their lack of vision extinguish his own. He trusted his own taste, his own conviction, more than he trusted the consensus. This is the lonely work of the architect. You stand on the empty plot of land, holding the blueprint that only you can read. Everyone else just sees dirt and weeds. Your job is to hold the vision of the finished cathedral so clearly in your own mind that you can lay the first brick, and then the next, and then the next. Sustained only by the sound of your own work, by the truth of your own footsteps. In our next episode, we will confront the moment when the indifference of the world turns into active hostility. We will talk about failure, rejection, and near-death experiences. We will learn to eat glass and stare into the abyss, and find the strength to do it again the next day. For now, your practice is one of listening. Find a moment of true quiet and listen for the sound of your own inner voice, beneath the noise of the world's expectations and doubts. What is it trying to tell you? That is the only voice that matters right now. Learn to trust it.